Collective, there is a truth that is waiting to be discovered. There's something that is not what it seems. And this is going to be the full reading for I think it was about 3 days ago, short that was entitled Spirit Restores Balance After Heartache. So if you're coming from that short, you will have seen what the energy is that's approaching you and the opportunity and advice. But if you are not, this reading is still then for you. When I'm guided to do long form readings on my daily energy that I do, then I do the long form reading. So this is a collective timeless reading, and I was guided to, it was interesting because I didn't do this. That took me a couple days before I did this reading. And I feel like this is part of your energy as well. And it's also showing up in the cards. Now, I was actually going to do this reading last night. Sorry, I've got a cat fluff. I was actually going to do this reading last night, but it's relevant now that I'm thinking of it. But I actually had a haircut, and a haircut is also something that's can do with your identity. It can do with your spiritual energy as well. And the person that gave me the haircut actually took longer than they needed to, and we had a long discussion because I felt like, and I know this is part of your message because I'm mentioning it, that when I left, I realized that that person wanted validation, okay? And they were not as aware of my development or their development or a lot of things, but they felt that they were, okay? So I'm going to say that because I do feel it's relevant. And because of this person's influence and energy, I didn't do this reading yesterday. So I feel like that's relevant as well for this energy. So the external energy that was approaching you and is approaching you is the Justice card with the Three of Pentacles. Now, in this short, I was talking about the fact that this is a family of wolves, and this here is a stag. And in this card, it can be that you are part of the pack of wolves, which is also like a family dynamic or community dynamic, or you could be the stag or the deer here. The stag and deer is also someone that's a leader. And I'm going to explain, you must put where it goes for you and how it resonates. But in a way, oh, my ears ringing. Okay, yeah. So in a way, I kind of feel that you are, in a way, part of both of these groups. Okay, and justice being here is regarding balance and truth and integrity. Now, I'm also aware that the cards are also showing there's definitely some or other truth that's coming out, and I'm also looking at the red thread on the sword. This is the sword of truth, and that's a red karmic thread. Okay, so with the external energy that's coming towards you, I also got the call, and then I got the vessel and the medallion. So with all of these cards together, the vessel talks about, it can be your home, it can be your body, but it talks about like what is held together and why. And the medallion can be a card of something that is passed down. It can be something that's inherited. It can be, maybe it's a thought form, maybe it's a way of thinking, maybe it's a way of life. And, especially with this Three of Pentacles, it's making me feel like there is possibly, now I'm looking at these as the medallions, interesting. There's possibly something in your community or family dynamic or something to that effect, or the collective, that is affecting a way that you are presenting yourself, or it's affecting your energy, or I feel like there's a shift that wants to be made, okay? And this is what you're feeling the call to. Now, this could also be a call that comes in that brings this energy to you. So one where you have to act with integrity and justice. So this is very interesting because when I asked about your energy, I got practice, and then I got the bear with rest, and the Emperor. So you are showing up as the Emperor here. Now, the Emperor is also holding a sword of truth. That owl represents wisdom, okay? I'm looking at the feathers on this sword as well, which are also messages. So I feel like, with the rest card as well, you've been practicing resting, because the Emperor, can rest in their authority, and I feel like this is what you've been doing, so that you can make a wise decision and act with integrity. Interestingly, the Emperor also, this Emperor card specifically, also talks about making a decision, right? And where if someone has been acting with integrity, justice will be served in their favor. So I feel that you are in a position to bring something to light. Okay. When I saw the card practice, this can also be to do with your spiritual practice, but it can also maybe you've got, like, I don't know, it was coming to me as well, like a law practice. Okay. So either you've got a law practice, or this is something that you are dealing with. Okay. And it's not necessarily that for everybody, but yeah, for some of you it is. So when I went into the challenge, so for your challenge, you've got Odin. Now, Odin is the All-Father, okay? I would feel like Odin is maybe above the Emperor. So maybe this is also, I was getting maybe a grandfather. It could also just be the father energy. But Odin is also for me about, when I think of Odin, I think of the Hanged Man, and I think of that change of perspective. I think of a sacrifice that needs to be made, or is made, to gain knowledge. Okay. And often it's spiritual knowledge. So with the Odin card, we've got Reclaim Innocence, Bubble Up, and the Four of Swords. Okay. So with these cards, Reclaiming Innocence, I'm seeing two things here with the challenge. Okay. Reclaiming Innocence talks about your innocence, that's your purity, that's we are all pure. Initially, we are all pure, and we have assumed innocence. Okay. But it talks about, when we've done things in life that we have a fear that we cannot return to that innocence. And I think I'll read this card to you as well. But with the Bubble Up card, it talks about being, it's protection. Now, Reclaiming Innocence talks about going back to source and connecting with source. And Bubbling Up talks about protecting your space and your energy, so that you can relate to that source and connect to your divine nature. Now, with the Four of Swords also being here, this is also a card of rest and protection and healing. So the challenge could be that you are having to make certain sacrifices, okay, in order to be able to practice this rest that you're trying to do, and to go within, and to keep your energy protected. Okay. I feel like there's, the theme that was coming out over the last couple of days was judgment and justice consistently. And I feel like, there's some of you that are being judged, or people that are being judged around you. Okay. So with this Reclaim Innocence, it could be that, these people are claiming their innocence. All right. That's not going to be for everyone. That's going to be for a few of you. But I feel like this is the challenge that you are needing to go within. There's something that you're needing to understand, and you're needing to see, but there's a lot that's coming at you all at once. I'm going to read the Reclaim Innocence card to you. Oh, interesting. So there's one of these other cards also talks about being in a bubble. So this is what I was saying. For those of you that resonated with that someone's claiming innocence, they're using that to protect themselves. So I feel like maybe that there's someone that you're wanting to talk to as well, or you're needing to speak to, but they're just not accessible. Okay. And that's also what was coming through with Odin. Odin leaves society, just like the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man will leave society. So this is either you, or this is someone else. Okay, so Reclaim Innocence. This is card number 33. I don't know if that's relevant for anyone. Many of us were spoon-fed the concept of original sin, but have never heard the story of original innocence. It goes like this. You were born from purity, a luminous soul created from a morsel of the divine, housed in a human body. So there's that vessel card again, right? Interesting. So I feel like if you're looking at this vessel card, right, it talks about that luminous source. housed within the human body. I feel like that's also what you're trying to seek. Maybe this is also you trying to seek this within someone else. Maybe someone else has done something that you feel doesn't have integrity, and you're trying to search for that pure source within them. Okay. Or just within yourself. I also do want to say, with the Emperor card coming out, for some of you, you are fathers. That was what I was getting. Obviously, that's not for all of you. Okay, so a luminous soul created from a morsel of the divine, housed in a human body. You always have this innocence at your core, no matter what or who happens to you. Oh, I will say this, for some of you, this was what I was getting as well, is that there has been some sort of violation against you that is affecting how you are seeing yourself. Okay, that's also not for all of you, but I was getting that, and this is what you're dealing with, and I also just wanted to send you a lot of strength, and if that is you that's resonating with this. Okay, so then for you specifically, listen up. You always have this innocence at your core, no matter what or who happens to you. All you have to do to experience it again is to fall back into the wings of your own soul and let it carry you. There's no mistake, no error, no sin or wrong that cannot be submerged into source and remembered back to its original pure and magical state. Love dissolves all things unlike itself, so choose the loving eyes of a new parent and gaze at your own life with captivation and wonder. Now is the time to connect with the innocent, whole, breathtaking soul you were born with. So for some of you, this is also to do with reparenting yourself. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave that one there. So the energy that's supporting you is collective, all right? And then we've got Frozen, and it says here perfectionism, overthinking, and progress, and the pangolin with the Four of Cups. So now, very interestingly, this pangolin talks about having fear and, curling up into a ball to protect yourself. And the pangolin also talks about, in this card specifically, it talks about the fact that there were suspicions that the pangolin caused the coronavirus, okay, which for me is the collective. Now, I'm also looking at this Frozen card, this stag, and it's making me think of this stag over here. So I feel like this could be an energy where you are retreating from the collective, okay? This card talks about perfectionism and retreating for perfectionism, but I feel like for those of you that this resonates for, this is going to help you because you are assessing something first before you are interacting with the collective, okay? Especially with the pangolin and the Four of Cups, it talks about the time of COVID. And again, this makes me think of, the Hanged Man or the Hermit, which is also like a card of, it reminds me of Odin. And this is in your supportive energy. So if you are this one that is being hunted, okay, then I feel like this. Okay, so interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, I must remember to link this back when I tell you about the outcome. So if you are this the hunted in this picture, then I feel like this, it's the fawning response, okay, and not acting from fear, like that, not bolting or running away or, being aggressive, but being balanced in how you are looking at a situation, okay? Being able to take a second just to look at something. Now, if you are part of this wolf pack, if you're part of this community, or, maybe these are aspects of yourself that are, so all of this could also be aspects of self, just remember that. But this could be you are searching for this. And I feel like that's why the collective, if that's the case for you, the card collective being that you have community that is assisting you, and could be your community of your own aspects as well, or could be family that is assisting you to find this. Just a note that just because it's an assistance, it's not necessarily assistance in the normal way that you would think of it being assistance. How can I explain this? Hang on. Unwittingly, maybe they're unwittingly assisting you, okay? And I'm also saying that because I'm looking at the outcome as well. So if that's you, then I feel like what it is that you're searching for is paused, is stagnant, is waiting for you. Basically, it's waiting for you to find it. Or if this is to do with a legal situation where you are, or something like that, where you're trying to find this truth of something, I feel like whoever this is or whatever this is, understands that you are on their trail and maybe has some fear, and it's causing them to pause and stall so that they can be perfect in their actions. And this is actually to their detriment. It's helping you and supporting you. Okay, there's a few threads here, so I'm trying my best to keep up with all of them. Oh no, on the card. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so your opportunity is shapeshift with Uranus and the devil. So I also want you to note that this devil card is wearing a mask, or this, I think it's a jackalope. Is it a jackalope? So I feel like with your opportunity, and the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords also came out in the short as your opportunity and your advice. So I'm going to read it as advice, but it is also still an opportunity. Okay, so your opportunity is, with Uranus, this talks about a perception shift or a shift in identity. And with the shapeshift card, that is quite pertinent. Now, interestingly enough, I will note that the Devil card features this heart. When I spoke about the Three of Swords, I was talking about the elephant tusks that are in this heart, which is and the chains that are here. Now, whenever I think of the Devil card, I always think of chains, or I think of puppet strings, okay? Strings being pulled. Now, the Three of Swords, with these chains here, I was also talking about, like, this could be something in your maternal line. It is either heartache in the maternal line, or this was a card of you being able to ask for assistance on the maternal line. Okay. And interesting. So see that the tusks are no longer in the heart here. This could be something maybe from the maternal line that caused you heartache. Okay. Now, there's two things here as an opportunity. So the first one is that you are able to have a perception shift. You're able to see something and have an awakening, which is also, with the Judgment card coming out all week as well. The Judgment card can also be a card of awakening. And this can be awakening a new identity or a shift in your identity, one that is free from fears and people being able to manipulate you, okay? Or manipulate those fears. Okay, so if this is also you that is being hunted, or you are hunting something specifically, if this is like a person, I'm seeing this as you are able to see something new about this person, okay, who in your mind is the devil, or in your story is the devil. I don't know what this truth is. We'll see if we can get through to a little bit of the clarification on what this is for each of you. But I think it will be very different for each of you, but I'll see what I can find. But yes, there's definitely some or other type of transformation at hand here. That I'm looking at these two snakes again with the balance, right? The jackalope, people feel like this is a magical creature, when in fact the horns on the jackalope are, I think it's the papillomavirus, again with the virus. So something that has infiltrated or entered, something that's been given to you from the collective. Again, this is a theme, right? Oh, and it's shifting mindset, because the Reclaim Innocence card also talks about shifting the mindset, something that seems magical, and seeing the truth of it, be like the purity of it. So that purity can be two ways. It can be the purity and truth of whoever this is or whatever this external situation is, or purity and truth of yourself that frees you from this energy. I'm also going to note the stained glass on here. So for some of you, this could be related to spirituality. Now, for your advice, I got Serapis Bay, Perseverance Through Adversity. I actually pulled Serapis Bay and I was like, are you sure? And then I shuffled again, and then Serapis Bay fell out with Perseverance Through Adversity. And then this came out with smoke. So this is quite interesting because, this card talks about where there's smoke, there's fire. But it also talks about, Serapis Bay is about an ascended master that assists with ascension, and that ascension is through purification and the disciplined spiritual work, which purifies your energy. And we are again now speaking of reclaiming innocence. Okay. Serapis Bay is also, I'm not sure if this is general, but for me personally, relates to the heart chakra and love, which is also a theme of power, right? Love is related to themes of power too. So I feel like Spirit is saying to you that your advice is to persevere in terms of looking through, purifying the smoke and seeing this flame. Now the flame, oh, interesting. I'm actually going to, let's just go into this a little bit, because I want to see Spirit for the first group where it's looking within. What is the flame? What is the fire? Because it talks about, is it incense or is it a real fire that's burning? Who lit it? Is it one that you want to keep tended? So can you show me, Spirit, the flame for the first group? Oh, that's way too many, but I'm going to maybe take the first one. It's the call. It is the call. It is the call. Under the deck, you've got the Two of Cups. So again, the external energy for you, right? It's the call. It's the call to find how you're judging yourself, how you're judging others. And it's the call to awakening. That's the flame, right? I'm thinking enlightenment now as well. And with the Two of Cups, that's also telling me, so I just want to see here if I want to take any of these. It's a lot of cards. Okay, I'll be having repeating cards. All right, so for those that are dealing with an external energy, Spirit, show me the flame that they are persevering through. Oh, it says Serapis Bay coming through to assist with your ascension. That's interesting. Okay, so for the second group, please, Spirit, if it's an external fire, please can you show me what is the fire? Persevering through the smoke, what is the fire? But yeah, there's definitely something that you're being led to look at. Oh, Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. Under that, we've got the Sun. The Sun is showing up under that as well. Now I'm going to relate this back to, and there's the red thread again, hey? Wow. Okay, so I'm relating this back to this other Four of Swords. The Five of Cups being loss, disappointment. I kind of feel like for some of you, it is that someone's playing the victim. And something about this is a little bit off. Okay. Can you give me a card on that, please, Spirit? What is it? Show me the truth of the situation, please. Oh, wait. Okay, no, wait. I'll clarify that with your outcome, actually. So, in the short, I actually pulled for your advice and opportunity the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Now, the Page of Pentacles being the octopus, it was interesting to me that they chose mainly a water creature, but the octopus can also climb onto land to represent a page, an earth card. And this was an opportunity to learn something new or to do something in a different way. And with the 8 tentacles, it's also showing that you're able to manifest. Interesting. So when we are able to heal our the heart chakra, right? When we're able to unblock the heart chakra and heal it in regards to love, and this is why as well, Reclaim Innocence was coming in as advice to you. Is because love and power, manifestation, those are all linked, okay? And this is the Page of Pentacles with the eight tentacles, is being able to draw in many opportunities to you and to ground them in, although there's not much earth on this card. And I feel like this is being able to, whatever hurt or heartache or pain this was that was caused by this devil, whatever habit or it could be a person, how the manipulation, or even we ourselves can manipulate ourselves in ways that we think, or fears or temptations that we have. When you learn something from that, you're going to be able to learn how to manifest in a better way and to bring about the outcome that you want, okay? But there's first you need to go through that smoke. I just want to see. Oh, okay. All right. So for the outcome, red hypnosis, Aletheia. This is the card of truth. It is truth. And the Fool. Now I want you to look at this Fool card. You see these wolves, right? And he's busy chasing a rabbit. So this is what was interesting for me, is that I'm going to show it to you like this, and then you can see what I'm seeing. So this is why I said what you are seeking turns out to not be what you think it is. Because here you've got the jackalope. He kind of looks like a stag, right? See there? So he looks like a stag, but then you come across him and he actually is something else. It's a rabbit. Now, the reason I said, oh, and let me link this in, which I'm going to do now, is this card that talks about Frozen, right? Because you can see this wolf is busy stepping out onto the ice. Now, this card talks about the collective, right, that looks upon this and feels that the rabbit and the wolf are foolish. But in this card, the card talks about the fact that the wolf and the rabbit both made calculated decisions and understood that they would not be in danger of going out onto this ice. The rabbit thought it would be safe going out onto this ice. Run, rabbit, run. That's what I'm thinking. Find the rabbit, chase the rabbit. The white rabbit is also going down the rabbit hole. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I also did a short, which I pulled I think it was yesterday. I pulled the Justice and Judgment card, and then I pulled the Magician with it to clarify. And I was talking about pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And I feel like this is also that energy. As if by magic, because you would expect that being frozen in this state, firstly, if this is you and you're searching internally, you'd expect that you wouldn't find what you're looking for, right? But you have the knowledge to do that. You understand what is true. And I'm looking at the Aurora Borealis, which is also something that is magical and fantastical, right? Sometimes it doesn't seem real. Oh, now if this is about someone else, if you are part of the wolves, okay, again, I feel like you're going to find what it is that you're searching for, but you're going to see it differently, okay? So hypnosis talks about having the mind in a suggestive state so that you are able to understand or retrieve information, or it's used in therapy as well. I feel like for some of you, if this is an external person, the rabbit is a much more innocent or smaller creature. Oh, sorry. The Emperor, this card specifically talks about the fact that this owl catches creatures larger than itself, or larger than would normally be expected. Mm. And I feel like this is the energy that you are doing, like that you are coming into, so that you, think that, if you feel that there is, this prey is larger than what it is, okay? And, or possibly, yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I feel like you will know, yeah, you'll understand that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to read the truth card to you as well, but I do want to clarify a little bit, if I can, the truth for the group that is searching for purity at source within, reclaiming innocent spirit. Can you show me what the truth is? Or can you give me a bit of a hint? Oh. I don't know if I should take it, but it flipped. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it. It flipped up. Judgment again. Okay, so it is just the truth of your soul. The truth of your divine source. Can you give me another card, Spirit? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Ace of Cups, but it was in reverse, and under the deck is the Three of Swords. So Spirit is asking you to look at how you close off your heart space and why. What it is that's closing off your heart space, that's preventing your ascension. I feel like this can also be, because practice came out, I feel like this can also be affecting your connection and service to the world. And then maybe that's why what's supporting you is that with the collective, it's that frozen energy. So having a space from the collective allows you to also see that you are blocked off, or that you are needing to unfreeze in some way. See how that water is flowing, it's not frozen. I think it creates like a very big contrast for you, that brings this to your notice. Okay, so for the second group, Spirit, where it's something external. So the truth for those that are looking for something externally, where you are the part of the wolf pack, is the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man, and under the deck is the Moon. The Three of Wands, it can also be, for me, it's an energy of expansion and growth, and I feel like you're looking to expand your perspective on the unknown, okay, to do with this person, but also, interesting, you've got the black dog and the wolf. This can be a card of fear, so maybe you're also trying to see this person that's frozen in fear. Why? Or also your own nature. It could be you're also looking at the ways in which you freeze in fear. Maybe this is making you reflect on that. But I also feel like it could be you are looking at why you are part of this wolf pack. Yeah, that is for some of you. Especially because I'm seeing, the black and white wolves on here, which is, the shadow aspect. And why you surrender to the community. All right, so I'm going to read. So basically, the outcome is that you do find this truth, what it is that you're looking for, whether you're belonging to the first group or the second group. And, you know, the wolf is also a new beginning. You have the courage to go within or to follow that smoke trail, right? With the Fool card. Even if it might seem foolish, you understand that there is merit in this path. Ah, interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read the truth card to you. For some of you, it is going to be hypnosis. I will say that. And I think you know who I'm speaking to. There's a small group of you that have been considering that. That will be a confirmation. It's not going to be a suggestion, just a note. Okay, so, and again, that's interesting. So you've got the black and white here as well. So this is also telling me as well with the moon card that I was coming up for the second group, seeing that not everything is as black and white as you expected it to be. Okay. Yeah. All right. Truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. For some of you, you are actually approaching someone and having the courage to speak to them because you want them to acknowledge the truth as well. And that could also be someone within your family. Okay. Such as the power of aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize aletheia by its contagiousness. Oh, there it is again. That's the virus, right? This keeps popping up. Okay. I just want to see something. Oh, supporting energy was the pangolin, which some people felt brought the virus, which brought the truth, right? Oh, wow, that's so cool. Okay. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves. Oh, that's what I was saying to you. For some of you, it's a mirror, right? You're reflecting on this within yourself and are more likely to tell our own story. The aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's being concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. So when in light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. To go deeper, look at the goddesses Ma'at and Veritas. Picasso said, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Oh, that's what the practice card was about as well. So you're also practicing discernment of truth. So that is going to be your outcome. You are going to be able to do this. And I wish you all the best of luck with this. And I will see you guys next time. Sending you so much love and so much strength, especially for those of you that I can see are dealing with a little bit more of a stickier situation. So until next time, bye.